I'm being single player. I'm being single player.
It's too bad. Because I have a big crush on you. So, yeah.
Is it good? Aww.
It's very cute, babe.
Oh yeah.
This sucks.
All the eggs. Oh. That look good. I was in a little cafe near my home. I realized there is a lot of like coffee shops that in here they have no laptop sign, but they don't want you to work in their cafe, which is I think it's a quite good concept sometimes for people just to chat and enjoy the coffee here, so they put out a lot of signs for you to know that we don't suggest you to use any laptop in here. But of course there are quite a lot of coffee shop sets. They're quite working friendly for you, so they don't mind you to use their space to do work or study. So yeah, but it was quite nice. I really wanted to share the experience where I watched the movie Before Sunrise a few days ago with my friend. It was my first time watching it in a cinema. Like, the movie is so old that I never had a chance to watch it in a cinema. I have already watched the movie for like 6 times or 7 times. I love the movie so much, and I was so excited that they finally air it back in cinema once again, so I can enjoy it in a better quality and in better environment. It was so cute that the cinema decided to show the movie before sunrise, like actually air it before sunrise. So the movie starts at 6:30 in the morning, so it was like we are witnessing the whole story together before the sun actually comes up in the early morning. And it was such a good experience, and yeah, I just love the concept so much. Have the idea to encourage people to rise and shine and watch the movie together in a cinema, which is a really good concept. And I didn't really expect there are so many people watching the movie. At first I was like, it was too early for people to watch a movie, so I expect only maybe 20 or 30-ish people will come. But it was not the case. Everyone are celebrating the movie together, so they are willing to wake up 5-ish or something to go to the cinema. There are I think it's more than 100 people watch the movie. We were all lining up outside the cinema in the early morning. People had their coffee and tea, and they go inside to watch the movie together. It was such a good experience, and yeah, I loved it so much. And I would say this time was the best experience I've ever had in a cinema. It's waking up early, watch a movie that's your classic movies. And so that was my friend's first time watching the movie as well, and she fell in love with it. It's a classic romance, but I would say it's more than a romantic story, because how the movie lines are so inspiring to cover different topics and values. So you were just like, you're inside with them and thinking about the conversation that they had, and it was such a meaningful story. Simple but meaningful, and And I remembered that day we were still talking about some of the scenes and some of the quotes that they used that we found so provoking, and it was such a good idea. And I love the idea that we wake up for a movie, because after the movie ends it was only 8:30ish, and we can enjoy a breakfast and go to a picnic and enjoy the day. And it was the perfect dates that I had so far, I would say. I love that day so much. The weather is so good not to get out. How funny that my room is right across the supermarket. Can solve everything. What's happened there? My flowers are dying, but my bulb also looks really nice. I really like touching them. They're so soft. I'm going out to develop some of my phlegm. It's my first time developing phlegm rolls in Europe, so hopefully they turns out good. And I was more expensive than in Hong Kong, but like the quality to develop the phlegm in Europe is better than in Hong Kong, so we will see.
I'll tell you something. It's not hard to die when you know you have lived.
Willing to appreciate life as the gifts, and knowing how to live hard is truly a talent. It could be waking up early and try to live every second of it, finishing a book, or even going to the museum and enjoying the moments of silence. It could also be planning a trip first time ever by yourself, or showing up once in a while in others' life, dropping the message, how you're doing recently. Or even just simply enjoy a good meal with your friends. Just try to live your life and be your own main character. These moments are not fancy, but simple, unnoticeable accomplishments. All these things which seem so ordinary, but when you put them together, they make up a life.
As I looked down on the world, I began to let go of it. I let go of white picket fences, and cars and driveways, coffee cups and vacuum cleaners. I let go of all those things which seem so ordinary, but when you put them together, they make up a life. A life that really was one of a kind.